it, man. Fuck it. All right. We're doing it live.
See, I thought that Brett finally saw my quote tweet.
Hi.
The world's best YouTube intro.
You are muted.
Yeah, well, I'm muted for the same.
You are muted. Yes, the chat is saying you're muted. Can't have a Renegade Realm podcast without something going wrong at the start.
Yeah.
Reason. Oh, there it is. I'm a dumbass. Let's try this. You know what? Let's try this again. Let's try this again.
I love you, Red.
All right, welcome everybody to the Renegade Realm podcast, episode 139. It's so good to be here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It's going to be a fun show. All the things. You know what? I quit. I'm done. Shout out to everyone in chat. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. And apologies for the weirdness in the very beginning of the show. Whenever I did the showcase, I had everything ready, and then I fucked it all up because that's what I love to do. Shout out to everyone, Game Adaptation Newscast, Brandon, Grumpy Old Fart, 78 Inc., Fuzzy Tomato, Andrew Cullinan, Arcane Realm, everyone's Irish today, Drake Williams, and Arcane Realm, and 78 Inc., and Drake Williams, and I am Brandon. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate you. Overall audio is a bit... Listen, we're not doing this. You can hear me just fine. I don't believe you. All right. Anyway, so tonight we're joined by Arrow Nation for the first time. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. Tell people who you are.
Thanks for having me. So yeah, I'm Arrow Nation. I do gaming content over on YouTube. I stream games that I find interesting, and occasionally I put out videos talking about different topics, especially... Like right now, I apologize in advance. My brain is mush. I covered the Nintendo Direct this morning and then had Gaming News Live. So I apologize in advance. But yeah, I like to play games no matter where they release at.
Wonderful. And as always, well, not as always, but as, Ion Storm is here again. Thank you for being here. How have you been, man?
I'm good, mate. Channel's steadily climbing. I told you I would wear it for the stream. There you go.
Thank you.
Give DeMarco something to talk about. And it does work. There you go.
Oh, love that. Does it have different attachments? Like some...
No, it's not going to do much damage, though, is it?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you get into late at night with that thing. I just didn't know if there was different things you could...
It's good for scratching your back.
Okay.
Perfect. Obviously, over on my channel, doing Gaming News Live with the man Aero Nation as my co-host. Seems to be taking off quite well. Episode 21 we've done tonight. Obviously... everything going crazy this weekend with showcases and all that lovely stuff. But yeah, I drop videos on news that I find interesting and all of that lovely stuff on YouTube. So yeah, here for the third time, Red.
Fantastic.
Third time.
And here for the 130th time, probably, minus a few, I'm going to say like 130, returning my son, my one and only son of 26 years old, that I had when I was 9 years old. Assassin is back. What's up, bro? Thank you so much for being back, for being here. It's so good to have you back. How are you? What's going on?
You know, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Warm welcome. Yeah, Red, it's good to be back. I have been playing a lot of games ever since, I think it was December I was on last time. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of games since then. I was just telling these two guys I just finished 007 First Light a few days ago. Honestly, I have no idea what to do with myself until that new HD 2D game from Square is coming out in a couple weeks. But knowing me, I'll find something to play. But I've been pretty good.
Love it, love it. Let's get off. Let's get off. Well, we'll get into that later. Stay tuned. That's for later in the show. Let's get off together talking about what we've been playing. Arrow Nation, it's your first time here, man. What have you been playing?
Yeah, so I'm currently in the process of finishing up 007. I got a couple more chapters to go through. Really enjoying it. I didn't really play the newer Hitman games. I've dabbled in them, but my main thing I know about Hitman is from back in the day when Absolution came out, and it's making me want to go play the Hitman games now. I like the atmosphere. The story is well written, for at least for what I've played.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a blast with it.
That's awesome, dude. It's crazy you've never played a Hitman game. Hitman is such a there are elements of 007 in Hitman, and then there's elements of Hitman in 007, but they are very different. And I beat it. I put 30 hours into it. I beat it night before last. Once you play Hitman, you're like, oh, never mind. Hitman is their main thing. 007 is very much a side thing. And Ion, you've beat it too, right? You could probably talk about that. Yeah.
I finished 007, did a review on the channel, so if anyone wants to go check that out after this, please do so. I've played all of the Hitman games, and the DNA has been perfectly implemented into 007. They've done a perfect game. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, it does have its flaws, because there's certain things in 007 they don't do in Hitman. The driving mechanics, with it a little bit twitchy. But I think the game is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. What I'm playing at the moment, as if anyone's been watching Gaming News Live when we were live, I've gone back to like a casual game. I'm playing Jurassic Park Evolution 3 at the moment, so I've toned it down.
Nice little chill game. Yeah, a little sim.
Yeah.
Little sim game. Yeah, I love that. We all need a little bit of the sim game in the middle of all the action and insanity. I love it. Assassin, what are you even into, man? What you been playing?
Dear God, where do I start? So earlier in the year, I played and finished Devil May Cry 5 and Control because I wanted to get ready for Control Resonant, which looks great, by the way. Not really loving how it's only a day before Onimusha, but I'll get over it. Aside from that, Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata, Seros. I've just been playing a lot of new releases and a lot of old ones. You know, Red, that I've been balancing Witcher 3 in some of that time frame. Still at 85 hours. Recently, Platinum Dishonored as well, the very first one. Need to finish the second one. I know. I've been platinuming a lot of games these past few months.
You're good at video games. Anyone ever tell you that? Late at night.
That's not
pillow talk.
Yeah, it bothers my friends at work.
She's petting you. She's running her fingers through your hair. She's like, "You're so good at video games."
No, it's funny though, because I actually got Lego Batman, and I can only play when she's here because she straight up told me, "You've been playing enough single player games. I want to play with you." So I was just like, "Okay, how about Lego Batman?" So we put a few hours there as well.
Co-op. Yeah, a good co-op game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you may have saw my tweet, Red, but I pre-ordered Halo and Gears of War E-Day today.
You pre-ordered like literally everything.
Yes, I do. Every game that I'm interested in, I pre-order, and then I play.
Holly says
So
Assassin is an Arcane stand now.
I wouldn't. So Arcane Studios they're definitely in my top 10. They are. Like, I've always been a fan of the first Dishonored specifically. I need to go back and replay Prey eventually, give it a second chance, because now that I played Prey last year and I had some issues with it because I didn't really understand the immersive sim philosophy that Arcane usually puts in their games. But after replaying Dishonored and playing that bit of Dishonored 2, now I understand it. So I want to go back and give Prey its due, its flowers.
I need to
eventually get to Deathloop.
I got really
so I would say that.
Prey.
Yeah, I would say Arcane Studios. It's like I said, is in my top 10, but I wouldn't call myself a fan or a stan. Rhyme. If I didn't at least play most of their games and give them all their dues, but
you're a Stan fan.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, so when I showed her Halo and I showed her Gears and I pre-ordered them today, I told her like, hey, Arcane and maybe Red, they maybe want to jump in with those games, but I'm down to do a second campaign and just play with you, hun. And she just looked at me and said, okay. So,
you call her hun?
Yeah, I call her hun. Yeah, okay. It's a Southern thing, Red.
Is it a... No, I get it. Is it with 2 N's or...
1.
Okay, gotcha. That's great, man. Yeah, I definitely do need to get back into Prey. Holly's saying it was hilarious whenever you were streaming it, because your stream was very reminiscent of my time with Prey. I was getting so fucking frustrated. I'm like, I literally can't move anywhere because I'm getting one-shotted in the beginning of the game by these assholes. Like, it was a really frustrating experience. And Arcane, our friend Arcane, was like, you don't understand. You got to really take it. I'm like, shut the fuck. But that's literally how, like, whenever I explain playing Metro or playing Stalker to my friends, they're like, you're a psychopath. I'm like, you don't understand. So I get it. I need to go back, put my money where my ass is, or my mouth is, put my mouth where my ass is. Whatever makes more sense. I'll get back to it. It'll be great. I have been playing. Oh, my light decided to work. I've been playing. I finally got Skyrim. So I beat 007. I beat another game too, Mouse PI for Hire, because I was gifted that by the devs on release. Put your ass where your hand is. Sorry, the chat. Oh, so I'm so sorry. I completely missed the super chat. Thank you so much, Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Sincerely appreciate that. He says, "Hello there, General Kenobi." Or shit, I'm not British. You should have done your impression of. No, he's not gonna do it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $10
just for you, Red. Hello there.
There you go. There. Thank you.
Hello
so
there.
Much there you go.
What?
Yes, your turn.
It's fine.
I was the first one.
No, it's
I'll
fine.
bring it back
thank
around.
you so much. That is really generous of you, Grumpy Old Fart. That really means a lot. Sincerely appreciate it. And shout out to some more people. Nikki Z just jumped in. Mr. Bushido, hope you're doing good, man. We never talk anymore. You never call me. And of course, Holly is here as well. And someone else jumped in or maybe I'm retarded. Oh, there it is. Seth Monsters. Perfect timing. Thank you so much for hanging out. By the way, before we continue, if anyone is new here to the channel, first of all, thank you so much. But on this channel, there's a podcast that we go live whenever the hell. Usually it's on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, we're going to be talking about everything Xbox, because that sort of has taken over the entire universe in discussion and gaming. There's a lot of our friends, like Holly was there in person. I don't know if anyone else in chat was there in person, but there were plenty of people that were there in person. It was so cool to see that. And what a year to go in person, because we're going to talk about exclusives, which is definitely something that people get pretty...
What the fuck, Richard?
Yeah. So we'll talk about that and Richard. So I got new sound bites. I got to play with them. Let's see. What Arcane says, "Shut the fuck up, Red. I'm a hormonal teenager. No one understands me." Exactly. Put your hands where your eyes can see. Where my eyes can see. Okay. Anyway, so I've been dabbling in a lot of different games. I finally got my Skyrim save to work, which is just life. That's just life. If you are a Bethesda fan and you mod your games, it never ends. But I finally got it working this time. Can't wait to jump into that. I've put down Crimson Desert for a minute because I'm like, that game's never going to end. I also started The Witcher 3, picked it back up, I should say. I'm only level 27, and I'm like, I think I have 132 hours or something in the one save, because it's like the ultimate save. Like doing everything right, doing all the fun stuff that you do in the Witcher games. But Skyrim is always like the chill game. Like the, I'm going to live in this world and not worry about beating it or doing anything very specific. Sitting in a lot of chairs at inns, drinking mead, that kind of thing. It's been great. It's been great. So anyway, now that we're past all that, once again, thank you all so much for being here. If you're on Twitter, share us out. But do please hit the like button. That helps a lot. There's 20 people here, and there's 15 likes. It's up to you guys to change the world. Yes. Fuzzy Tomato just says, I played the opening hour of The Witcher 3 for the third time, but I haven't continued it again. I don't know why I just can't get interested. It's okay. It just means you're a bad person, and that's just something you have to accept. No, I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. No, it honestly, dude, the first time, you can ask my friend who you'll never be able to talk to. I don't know why I said that, but first time that I ever played The Witcher 3, I was so frustrated. I didn't give a shit. It took me a long time, and then I finally went back and started reading the books, and then I realized there's a world there to be interested in, but it's a big ask to get into books just to enjoy a video game. But if you don't connect with it, man, it's totally fine. It's, not everything is for everyone. Anyway, all right, gentlemen, it's time to talk about this ding dang thing. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. So let's get into Xbox Showcase. So first of all, let's just go around the horn, as they say. I don't know why they say a horn. Was there ever like a time in history where people sat around a campfire with horns and they had to blow it to like, it's my turn to talk? I don't know. Anyway, let's
I think
blow this thing.
I think that's doubly anonymous or something like that.
Wait, so like at AA meetings, they're like, and then they
Yeah,
had to like
yeah, Alcoholics Anonymous.
okay, gotcha.
Who would like to go next?
Holly said a horn better than porn.
Holly!
Right?
Depends on the type of horn.
That's true. That's true. Hey, do I have a soundbite for that?
Oh shit, not good.
There we go. All right. Anyway, all right, let's get into this ding dang thing. So, Xbox Showcase popped off. I guess we can start off with the fun discussion. This is all going to be fun. But what were some of the big games? I'll start with you, Assassin. What were some of the big games in the showcase in general? What was the biggest game out of the in the entire showcase that stood out to you, that got you, you know?
You mean personally or
Publicly?
Well, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, publicly. Yeah.
Publicly. Well, see, the thing is, I have two. And Red, I've told you many times how much I have adored the Persona series, or how much I've been wanting to get into it. So, finally seeing Persona 4 Revival, and its gameplay, and everything else about it that I've been dreaming of seeing for this past 12 months, and then also getting a Persona 6 teaser, which I think someone has actually come out and said, don't look too much into the fact as to why they didn't date it for next year, because we've heard multiple reports saying that it's coming next year, supposedly September.
Yeah.
So those two announcements together, just seeing more Persona, because I actually 100%ed Persona 3 Reload on Xbox 2 years ago. I've been meaning to do it again for PlayStation. I've just been wanting more Persona. So to get those two announcements on Sunday, those were the highlights for me specifically. I know that Gears look good, Halo and Fable look good, but Persona was basically the one for me. It's also very, very unfortunate for me because Fable and Persona 4 Revival are my two most anticipated games for this year and next year, and they're 5 goddamn days apart. So I'm going to be suffering in February, but I will suffer happily and try not too hard to remember that Tomb Raider and Metro also come out the same month.
Yeah.
So yeah,
many
it's
games are
basically
coming out.
Persona for me.
Gotcha. That's totally cool. Arrow, what about you, man? What was the big standout for you? And it might be an obvious.
So actually, for me, besides like the people that know me, like I'm a huge Spyro fan. Besides Spyro, though, that Magician, I forget the subheader or subtitle for that game, but it was Magician: The Devil's Due, I think is what it was called. That looked really interesting, but I need to see more on it. But I like the premise and the fact that they actually, instead of you just using your hands to use magic, you have a little wand. I don't know why I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the clip of the guy going, "What's the game called? Magic Ian." Okay, that looks like a fun game, Magic Ian. And then his chat was roasting him. He was like, "Oh, magician! I can't fucking spell." Yeah, I love Magic Ian. Really excited for that. Yeah, Ion, what about you, man? Senua, really, dude?
Yeah.
So they're moving away from Hellblade. This is going to be a standalone. Well, they're all standalone, but this is not an expansion. It's I guess the third game they're moving forward with.
It was just
Project
one of them,
Zara, and they're moving forward with this.
It was just out of the blue. We've not long had the second game,
Right.
and Ninja Theory go, here's the third. And for me, that was we knew Gears of War was coming. We knew Clockwork Revolution was going to make an appearance at some point. And they just drop Senua right in the middle. And you're just like, thank you. Something fresh, something different, something we didn't know about. And I love the first two games because obviously, personally, with family, mental health is a big issue. So it's a case of they do an amazing job of replicating somebody with conditions and the struggles that they have. I can't wait to see what they do with it. Really can't wait to see.
Yeah. The second game was incredible. I was actually had a very frustrating time with the first game. I played it on Game Pass, and I got to a point where I was like, I guess really what I'm wanting out of this experience is to know where Senua was going. So I just watched the rest of it on YouTube, and it was a phenomenal story. But I'm glad I did because it was directly in front of Hellblade 2, so I was like ready to play it. And I'm with you on that. They really do a great job at. It's just so unique the way that they deliver the mental health aspect of it all.
Yeah, there's no game like it.
Yeah, there really isn't. I guess for me, it would have been Gears, and there was something else. Gears. I know everyone hates me for saying it. It's not that I don't think Clockwork looks bad. I think I'm just always so burnt on like getting another big RPG and it's only first person. And I say that as someone who hasn't even played Outer Worlds 2, but I haven't played Outer Worlds 2. It has third person because I haven't finished Outer Worlds 1. But the game looks really great. It really does. And I think by the time that I get around to whenever it comes out, I'm sure I will get around to it. I will play it. But out of the two big games that were shown, out of all the games that were shown, Gears of War, Star Wars Zero Company, that was actually at the summer showcase, but right? Yeah, that was at the summer showcase. And then Persona 6 getting teased was really exciting. Metro's we're going to be playing as Hunt. Have you guys played Metro? Anyone here?
Oh, yes.
A little bit.
All of them.
Dabbling.
Okay. And you're dabbling, that's right. You guys know me, I'm a huge Stalker fan, as Ion is as well, even though he hasn't played Stalker 2.
I started it. I've started it.
No, I'm kidding. But Metro is right there with me, and it's incredible, especially if you play in the way that it's meant to be played, which is Ranger Hardcore. It turns the HUD off. The game is built to be played that way without a HUD. It's incredible. I won't get too much into that. But Gears of War E-Day was really the big takeaway. And honestly, I am a big Gears of War fan. We recently went back and replayed a few of them with Holly like a year ago or so. And we got to 3, and that's kind of where we stopped. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to watch the movie version of 4 just so because I have beat 4, have never played 5, the story. I only played multiplayer for 5. Because it was a rough time. Yeah, Holly says we need to go Guinness, which I don't know what Guinness means. That's a culture. It's a country I've never heard of. But yes, we do need to Guinness, and totally. But we do need to skip 4. Fuck that game. I'll go watch the movie version of it. Anyway, the big takeaway with me with Gears of War was that it seems to be, it's not open world, but kind of is. From what I was gathering from what the devs were saying, because they didn't straight up, they were doing a lot of like dev speak, like, and as you return to each location, you'll see the location you've been to before is more destroyed down. I'm like, okay, so we're wandering around the city. There's like a big city aspect of the game that I guess takes place in the first half or maybe more, and we're running around the city hub doing things like doing optional objectives like saving people and whatnot. And that really interests me a lot. I was like, I did not expect this to be like that. Not only did I not expect that, I didn't expect it to be 4-player co-op for campaign for the first time, I think, ever. I don't think there's ever been a Gears game that's been 4-player. I think the most was 3, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah. Open zones. OG Frost, what's up, man? It says open zones. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it's going to be. And I think that's honestly like a happy medium, because I've heard Gears 5 is way more open. So I actually prefer that. I do prefer the hub areas in games, especially with a Gears game. It's like, how much can you really do? You know, they're going to have a lot of set pieces that you're going to run into a ton of like cinematic set pieces. And imagine playing that with friends. I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah, Assassin. What were your big takeaways with Gears, E-Day?
For Gears of War E-Day, the thing that took me by surprise was just how many small changes they made that made it feel like a completely new game, but also more or less the same. For instance, when I saw Marcus adapt by going even further undercover, I forgot what they coined it as.
Yes, dude. You guys know what Assassin's talking about? Whenever he like lays down undercover, good, man. Yeah, when Marcus took cover behind that car after the corpser had just came out of the street, he went further in and then he ducked behind cover at a lower angle. He's like
he was
down.
scurrying. Yeah, proned. He was more proned.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him slide, I was like, okay, they're really changing things here. And then adding a vaulting feature, a jump button. They are basically adding in so many different quality of life updates to Gears that makes it look new, but also it's still the same. It's still a third-person cover shooter. It feels like they added a bit more paint to that painting that they're trying to build or trying to make. Mm-hmm. So that was honestly the biggest takeaway for me. I mean, besides Marcus and Dom looking absolutely stunning, it's like I told you last year, Red, whenever we didn't see Gears of War E-Day. I said it then, whenever we see it next, it's going to look like a very graphical upgrade to anything we've seen this generation, at least with Unreal Engine 5. The Coalition are masters with UE5. Seeing Gears of War E-Day, and I've seen it multiple times since the showcase, since Sunday. I've seen other people react to it, and I've seen the actual gameplay by itself, just me, multiple times. I can't get enough of it, dude. It looks good. It looks like it plays good. I honestly can't wait for October. And like I told you, Red, we're going to get into the whole exclusive thing in a minute. Yes. If you have a compelling game that is exclusive, people will show up. And I'm showing up. I'll be turning on my Xbox in October.
Yep. And for anyone in chat who doesn't know, PlayStation, sure. Fuck me! Assassin is mainly a PlayStation gamer, and he is coming. He's gonna come for Xbox for the first time in a long time. It's gonna be great.
In over a year, yeah.
He's gonna come for the first time in over a year. It's gonna be great. Do you? Let me pull this up here.
A lot of pressure.
Ion. A lot of pressure. A lot of blood pressure. You know what I mean? Holly says Omni movement comes to Gears. Thank you, COD. she ain't lying.
I'm not thanking COD for anything.
I know. I do want to talk about COD. Remind me, I do want to talk about DMZ. Yeah, Ion, man, what were your big takeaways with Gears? Did it blow you away?
It absolutely did blow me away, and it looks amazing. The fact of, and I think Aero Nation mentioned it in on our live stream that we were doing, they've just taken this to a whole new level compared to Gears 5. But they've managed to keep that DNA alive in Gears without going too far, because I think in the dev direct they were doing something about UE5 and they didn't want to change the faces too much. It just looks absolutely amazing. Perfect time to go and play Gears of War. Perfect time. If you've not played them, obviously, I didn't rate the Reloaded very highly. I thought it was I think it was an experiment on Xbox's part. I just couldn't get into it. I played the hell out of it when it came out on 360. But to literally do what they've done with UE5. Now, obviously, I've done videos going on about developers can't do UE5 for... Well, there's not even a word to describe it with all the... Well, we both know how good Vampire the Masquerade was with UE5, Red.
What about UE5? What, Stalker?
No, with UE5 and Vampire the Masquerade, we know how bad UE5 can be if it's in the wrong hand.
Also, Stalker 2 is running on UE5, is what I thought. I'm like, I get it all the way around, dude. Trust me, I get it. God,
yeah.
What upsetting... Fuck, I don't even get it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They're just showing that it's not the engine. It's the developers that have the issue.
Yes, it's the optimization issues. It's the same song and dance we've been seeing for so long. Like Virtuo Studios with Oblivion, were like you're layering your stuttering and hitching engine on top of an already buggy engine with Creation Engine. Yep. And even Oblivion had a lot of performance issues. I don't know if it's been panned out, but sorry, go ahead. Yeah, it definitely is. I agree with you.
As I was, I completely went on a tangent before I actually said what Aero said. He said Xbox has started now. The series consoles have started now. What we've had over the last couple of years with Phil in charge and the games that were coming is nothing compared to what they are going to be putting out under Asher Sharma. Gears is just a start.
Right. And sorry, did I ask you, Arrow, what you thought about Gears? This is how you can tell.
But I'm happy to talk about it.
Please do. Go ahead. Yeah.
To touch on what Assassin... to cover what Assassin was saying, from what I understand, I believe what he's talking about is called variable cover. It's to where, depending on what the height of the thing that he's up against is, depends on where he's at, standing, crouched, laying down, like we saw in the trailer.
Okay, then that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that looked cool, but I think also people forgetting, this is the dev that devs go to when they have UE5 problems.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yep. But
what else did they help with? Remind me, because they have helped on many other projects.
So they helped with State of Decay 3. They helped with Obsidian on Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. They helped with Ninja Theory on Hellblade. I made the joke multiple times over the years, Red, that the Coalition has basically been reduced to a support studio for all of Xbox Game Studios. And now here they are just not anymore.
That's wild, man.
They're like they're Xbox tech support.
Literally, yeah. You call and they're like, "Hello, Coalition." I'm like, my Xbox broke.
They on it. They also sent some people over from the Coalition to help Halo Studios when they switched from Slipspace for Halo Next.
That's right. Yeah.
So they've been helping everybody.
Yeah.
It's wild to me because like looking at Gears. Because you know how everyone always says, like, you can look at a game and you immediately know that it's running on UE5. Oh, it's the same old UE5, which I don't have an issue with UE5. I think all the games look beautiful. It's always the performance that I have an issue with. But when I was looking at Gears, I was like, that must be running on the Coalition engine or whatever. I would never have guessed that it would be running on the UE5 engine. It just doesn't look like it. It fits it very well, I guess, but it still just looks like Gears. It looks like Gears. I'm so impressed by just the fidelity. And again, things can change from the showcase to launch. Things will definitely obviously look different, whether that's for the better or for worse. And I'm hoping it's for the better, obviously, because the game doesn't come out. We don't have to wait too long. It comes out in October 28th, I think, right? October. Let me see. October.
I'll put my boy Aero to it. He types quick.
I think it's the 6th,
October 6th.
actually. Okay,
it is.
There we go. So yeah, it just goes to show, like, you got to learn the engine. It's always like whenever we hear about developers, like whenever the Witcher team was like, we're moving over to Unreal Engine 5 for the next game or whatever, they have to completely relearn so much to get everything running properly, and it's really a big ask. Anyway,
I think it's kind of crazy that Gears of War, I believe Asha said that it's on console. It's going to be running with ray tracing at 60 FPS.
Wow.
On a Series X.
That's what she said.
It's nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. BT Maverick. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I watched the showcase like 3 different times just because I really enjoyed what I saw, and another reason I wanted to look at it again was because I was like, wait, did she say 60 FPS with ray tracing on console?
Yeah. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. She's not a real gamer. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She's like 120 hertz and frames all at the same time. Xbox Series X2. You're like, what are you talking? Please. No, I'm really. A lot of people got to meet her, and she seems like a very. Apparently, from what I have heard, she's very like she's all about her work, and she does not bullshit. She doesn't. What she says she means, I guess, is sort of what I've taken from what people have said. Thank you so much, Seth Monsters. Thank you so much, dude. Sincerely appreciate that. I'm going to give you one of these.
Buy a Zora.
For $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, super chat. He meant super chat. I feel lost when I can't super chat. FYI, I've waited decades for Crazy Taxi. Let's go. Crazy Taxi was shown. That is a big one, man. And Assassin, your very own, your uncle, Special Nick, has been screaming about that for a long time. We finally got a Crazy Taxi.
Yes, he has.
I played that on Dreamcast. That was the last time that I played that. That was like 25 years ago or something I played that. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and it looked really fun. I was laughing in the live stream because you have the main character flying down the street, right? And then at the end of the trailer, this chick rolls up beside him with her own car, and she like they're literally like this far away. She pulls out her phone and texts him. I'm like, you're right there. Say something to him. Why do you have to text the man? He's sitting right beside you. But no, it looks like a return to form. The game, those games were just pure fun. The music, I love how they started off with the yeah, because that was like the iconic music for that. So
the joys of the offspring.
The offspring, that's right. Yep, yeah. Thank you so much, Seth Monsters, and thank you again, Grandpa, Grumpy Old Fart, for the $10 as well. Really appreciate you guys. Anyway, BT Maverick is here, who was also at the showcase. Farku is here. Farku says, I'm still out here in LA. I walked a couple miles through Zombieland and now in a questionable bus to the Griffith Observatory. If you see anyone bending over backwards, don't do the same for them, because they are literal zombies. We call them fentanyl zombies. Oh, it's a wonderful time to be alive in the world. Yeah, it was so good. I saw pictures of BT and Farku and everyone. It was so cool to see everyone. And I decided tomorrow, next year, I'm gonna go. It's gonna happen. I just had to start saving up now. I need to talk to some friends that went so I can get like a roundabout idea of what it all costs. I'm assuming it's going to be like a $2,000 round trip, which is why I'm always like, can't do it today or this year. It's a lot. Anyway, well, let's do this. Actually, before we do this, any other thoughts on the showcase as a whole? And you guys talk amongst yourselves. I have to pee really bad. I'm so good at this. I'm so good at peeing. Go ahead.
10 out of 10. Smashed it out of the park and put PlayStation in their place all in one go. What more can you say for the showcase?
Yeah, I thought it was great. They like, it was one of those showcases where if you couldn't find at least one game you were somewhat interested in, might want to reevaluate if you like gaming, because there was something for literally everybody.
7.5 out of 10 for me. Same with the state of play.
Why 7.5 for Xbox Assassin? I just want to know.
So it's a multitude of things, and if you go back, so I actually live reacted with the Arcane Realm on his channel, and at first when we saw Gears and then Fable and then Halo, it was 10 out of 10. Persona 4 remake came on, then State of Decay 3. It just kept going, right? It was the fact that multiple times we saw live service games. And I'm sorry. And for years, I have had my friends here on this show and online repeatedly tell me, oh, well, they have to put live service games in the showcase. They have to. They have to let the audience know. This was the first year where they actually agreed with me and said, you know what? Yeah, you're right. These live service games, like Microsoft has so many of them. They're taking up valuable time. They're taking up valuable space. We need like a pre-show. And there was just so many of them. You could actually tell when I was disappointed. Bethesda Presents, it was Fallout 76. Bethesda Presents, it was ESO. And then we saw Sea of Thieves. We saw Microsoft Flight Sim. It was just why are we seeing these here? This is a spot where another great game could have been showcased. Like more of Senua, more of Magician's The Devil's Deal. More games like that could have taken that spot. So that brought it down a bit. Ending it on Call of Duty for the second year in a row, when last year a lot of people had an issue with it. That tells me that either Asha didn't have enough time to change it, or they just completely ignored any type of constructive criticism from last year. So that brought it down. And it was just the fact of, there was just, aside from games like Vivarium and Magician and seeing Valor Mortis, there wasn't really anything quite new. Like, we knew that Halo and Fable, Persona, we knew that all those games would be there. And yes, we didn't know games like Senua or any of the other indie/AA games would be there. But it just felt like there was nothing new. Aside from Senua, everything else first party we knew about. So that brought it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And so all three of those combined, and I know I'm forgetting one or two more things that I would criticize about it. But at least with the state of play, they gave us something new. They gave us God of War La Fey, and I know a lot of people are not relatively happy about Faye being the main character of that game for obvious and either that or terrible reasons, like, oh no, a woman in my video game.
I was thinking more the talking cube.
Yeah. The talking cube doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, it didn't bother people having a talking squirrel in Ragnarok, so why would I let a cube bother me? But other than that, yeah, the Xbox show, like, the only thing that kept it from going... Actually, you know what? After reevaluating, 8 out of 10 for the Xbox show. I feel like I'm being a bit too harsh, but yeah. Those criticisms are what I have for the showcase. They shouldn't have ended it on COD. The live service games need to have its own pre-show. And, yeah, more new things. More games like Senua. You know, things like that.
They could build up hype by slowly drip feeding those live service games as like one-off like announcements and stuff just on YouTube or Twitter or something leading up to the showcase. That way the people that want to see them, they can see them, and then it leaves more room during the showcase for more games.
Yeah. And yeah, Maverick, you said the same thing about the state of play. Yeah, I know. But if I had to compare God of War Lafayette to Senua personally, I know which one I'm choosing first. That's just me. I'm not saying I would never play Senua, but if I had to choose between the two, that's what I'm going with. But
Game
yeah,
Adaptation
that's
says, yeah, but was the squirrel voiced by Huey? He's got a good point. Jack Quaid is great.
Is that
And
really
did
how his
Jello
name is
sing.
spelled?
Yeah, Jack Quaid or Huey.
Huey. Is that really how his name is spelled?
No, I think the cube's name is like fucking Frank or something.
Oh yeah, Frank.
Frank. Yeah, I'm like
Frank.
With the
whatever.
PH.
Yeah,
That's right,
I
with a
can't believe I have to
Frank.
say this. I can't believe I have to say this, but I think Keeley actually had a better showcase than the big three this year.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. Like,
78
Keeley did
says
better than
Fire Rank
Xbox.
or something. which probably, yeah. Yeah, that's totally
Yeah,
fair,
but no,
man.
Keeley had a better showcase than yeah, even the Nintendo Direct. Like that show today was mainly just third-party porting and, you know, hey, it's finally good to see we got Kingdom Hearts news after 4 years.
Right,
Great.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, more games we've seen, the occasional first party. Yeah, the big three, they need to step up their game next year.
And what were y'all thoughts on? I guess before we get into the exclusivity talk, and guys, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to 23 people hanging out with us. Really appreciate you. We are going to talk about Xbox exclusivity. That's going to be the main topic. But I am curious about what you guys thought about DMZ as a whole. Now, of course, the majority of what we saw was shown in body cam or helmet cam, which I love. I like whenever I die in the newer Modern Warfare games. I love that helmet cam. It looks so cool. So a lot of what we saw in the DMZ gameplay, it was in that view, but we still got like a good idea of what it was going to look like. Look very gritty. It is going to probably replace Arc Raiders for me. I stopped playing Arc Raiders after about like 70 hours or so, and I had a good time with it, but I really got tired of getting killed by people. That was really, really frustrating. Ion, what were your thoughts on DMZ?
Well, I'm not a massive COD player. I gave up on. I stopped being a major COD player after the trilogy of Modern Warfare ended on 360. That was me done, because that's when the 12-year-olds took over, and it was noob tubing from one side of the map to the other, and it's just like, nah, I can't be dealing with that. But this, they seem to be going more down the tactical route. They're grounding it a little bit more. So you never know. It might be something I'll dabble in. Who knows? I'm on the fence on that one. It's just Call of Duty. You know for a fact it's the same with Battlefield 6. All the COD players flew over there and jumping around and doing stupid stuff, and you're just like, oh, really? If they can hammer it down to, say, like Ready or Not style, tactical, if they have something in there that kind of caters for that, I'll be all in. The only issue I had with it is, why do they have to do the stupid voiceovers? Like, all three of their mates are talking like they were in the military for 5 years and they know what they're doing. Because it's just like,
And he's like, where you going? I'm going downstairs. Come on, don't be stupid. Stick with the crowd. It'll just take a second. Boom. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. Where do you go? I can't hear.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. No one talks like that.
yeah, Alpha 2's down.
Doritos?
Alpha 2 is like, my name is David. Dick, we've known each other for 3.5 years now. Yeah, I totally get it though. It looked cool, but it's still going to be Call of Duty at the end of the day. But I think it's about the delivery of the delivery of the mode overall, how they make it more intense and more slower paced. That's what I'm really interested to see, because DMZ, it's sort of, in Modern Warfare 2, there was DMZ and I loved it. I really loved it. So it is PvE, PvPvE, and it's really, so you're not just fighting, other players. So there is like a little bit of, there's like a lot of tension. Like, am I fighting scavs or am I fighting actual people? But in DMZ and Modern Warfare 2, they didn't really lean too heavily into like full on extraction. They sort of like you had some guns and you had some attachments, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't like, I want to see how they elevate it or evolve it, if at all, or if it's just a more refined version of DMZ. Because I loved it, and I love Arc Raiders. I love the feeling of I have nothing, and I can lose everything, and just the I don't know. I love it. Arrow Nation, are you a COD guy? Are you interested in DMZ?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the more I see of Modern Warfare 4, the more I'm interested in it, because I fell off around Black Ops 6, and then Black Ops 7 came out. I got to like 3rd or 4th Prestige, and then I haven't touched it since, because the way that people play it with the Omni movement and stuff, especially I call them the new gen COD players, it's almost impossible to have fun, because they just sit in corners, or with the Omni movement, they lay down in a place that they shouldn't be able to lay down in, and then every time you turn a corner, dead.
Right. Yeah. I only ever have fun with COD, really, whenever I was playing DMZ by myself with Modern Warfare 2, or if I have a team. Because whenever you're with a team, it's like, you can be sweaty but not be like angry. You know, it's like, yeah, we won, or fuck, we lost. That's fine. But if you're playing by yourself, personally, as someone who can't play by myself, I was getting so frustrated with a lot of like the newer what was the last one? Black Ops 6. I played that for a while. I remember I played it with a FARQ. We had like a big party a couple months ago. It was probably like a year ago now, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, but yeah, it can get really frustrating. Like, you have to either be really good at it or be really chill and be okay with dying a lot. That's what I say, because it's people jumping and diving and flipping and slipping, you know, all that. It's in Warzone. That's, yeah. Holly says in Warzone. Yes, exactly. I love battle royale. I really do love battle royale games. Play a lot of PUBG. Battlefield 6 is really fun. Has a really great battle royale mode. But yeah. So DMZ, are you interested? DMZ new extraction mode.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready for DMZ.
Nice, love it. Assassin, you hate Call of Duty.
I don't hate Call of Duty. I just hate what it represents, and it's basically what Call of Duty is basically a representation of everything that's wrong in the industry. That's just my opinion. Continuously releasing the same thing over and over again, making something new and calling it an innovation when it's really something they brought something back from the older games. Continuously raising prices, heavy monetization. It's just, I have no interest in that. I have so many other games to play, and I'm not interested. All right, I am.
Yeah. It's like
he probably should have ended with me.
Yeah, I just fell off COD when the kids started playing it. I can remember being in was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Counter-Strike Go, when they released the console version of Counter-Strike Go, and they forced you into game chat in that you didn't have the luxury of party chat. And this kid in the game chat going, "They're copying Call of Duty," and you're like, "This was out before COD was invented." And then it just became a kid's game. My son loves Call of Duty. He's not supposed to be playing it. He's nowhere near old enough. But it's a generation thing now, and the kids love playing. They do silly things. The one thing I am kind of excited about is they're doing away with the Omni movement in this game. They're just having a slide cancel instead. So there'll be none of this jumping around and John Wick style stuff. So that I'm interested. So they are innovating in little ways. They're kind of listening to the community of the hardcore side of Call of Duty, but it's still going to get flooded with kids. It's COD.
Yep. It's like Fortnite. It's like and honestly, it's the casual gamers. It's the people that don't get on YouTube like we do. The people that don't touch Twitter or anything like that. It's the people that get off work every day and they just jump in, kill stuff, and then go to bed. You know, whatever. It's those kind of people. And because those people only play COD, they're really good. And it's like, fuck you, man. You know how hard it was for me to get good at, I don't know, The Witcher. I don't know, whatever. I'm personally really excited for it because I love, as you know, big Stalker fan. I love the more tactical side of first-person shooters. I love the slower pace, more just intense, one life. Whenever I played Call of Duty back in the day with teams, with friends, like every other night, we only ever did search and destroy, and modes like that, where it was just really intense, really team-based type stuff. Instead of, like, I hardly ever played team deathmatch, for example. But it's still fun either way. But yeah, excuse me, that's Call of Duty. Thank you so much to Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat. Thank you so much for $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. It says, just encouraging you to podcast weekly, Red, as long as you're comfortable with it, of course. Yeah, as I said, he wasn't going to do it, but Arrow has a gun to his head. Yeah, I would love to. It just depends on how things work out behind the scenes, but we'll see. We will see. I would love to. The channel itself is very unhealthy right now, and having a live podcast, I've said it a lot. It hurts the channel. It does. So if I can get the channel healthy again with actual growth and videos, which I've been really trying lately. I don't know if you guys saw my AI.
You're not the only one. Oh, yeah, the AI thumbnail was awesome. That was
Red,
really good.
Did you mean to make that sound like Asha? The brand is not healthy. You're like, the channel's not healthy. I'm like, you mother, what are you doing?
No,
I
really
sounded like Asha.
No, but listen,
But no,
by
all in the same boat.
2030, it'll be the number one channel on the platform, as Asha says. I don't know. Yeah, but so yeah. By the way, for anyone who saw my AI thumbnail, I've been so like F it lately with how YouTube has been so shit. That YouTube has this new feature now where it's like, do you want us to make a thumbnail for you? Because we'll make one that we know will work a lot better. I'm like, okay, so I clicked the button and it took like 5 minutes and it generated an image. I didn't tell it anything to do. It just made a thumbnail based on my video, and that's what it came up with. I went, fuck it. Just hit post. And it was funny
I used.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours was really. It looked like you. I used vidIQ, and they tried to do AI ones, and I'm just like, that does not look like me.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I was like, I'll post this. And funnily enough, my video was sitting around like, it was like 120 views, and now it's like almost 500. So I'm like, fuck it, YouTube, I'll let you do my thumbnails from now on if that's how it's gonna be. But that's why I did that thumbnail, because I'm like, it's been really rough lately. But that's you know how it is. YouTube is rough in general.
Yeah, it is rough. Really at the moment, I think it's stagnant at the moment. Is YouTube? I don't think they know what they're doing, because my videos 5 months ago were getting 500-600 views. Now they're getting 50. So it's
right.
The algorithm's not playing ball with the gaming sector on YouTube. They don't look at it as the bread and butter anymore. So it's a hard time.
It is a hard time. Speaking of hard,
so hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.
So
hit the
like
bell.
And subscribe button. Yeah, seriously, that's good shout. Anyone here new to the channel? This is a gaming podcast. You subscribed for Starfield or something else. I don't know why, but there's also a gaming podcast. Obviously, we're doing it right now, and that's what we're doing right now, is talking about gaming. So thank you guys so much for being here again. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for the generous super chats. That's incredibly nice of you. Seriously means a lot. Really, truly means a lot. Let's do it, guys. You ready? Are you ready? We're going to talk about it now. Oh, Xbox, finally. Now, exclusivity is back. It's back on the menu, boys. And Asha Sharma. So, Gears of War and Clockwork Revolution will be an Xbox exclusive, which means it's available on PC and Xbox, and that's it. There's been multiple tweets, people saying, yeah, but it'll be timed exclusive. They are doubling down like they have kind of before, though. To be fair, it's never going to come to PlayStation. It's never going to come to Nintendo. It is. We're building the strength of the brand. So we'll take it with a grain of salt, but it seems to be pretty detrimental to them. They're taking in a lot of feedback. And from the reports that we've got, it wasn't only Gears of War. And moving forward, it's not going to be only Gears of War that's going to end up being exclusive to Xbox. Now, unfortunately, Assassin and I agree on this. They should have locked down Fable. They should have locked down. They might still be able to lock down State of Decay, but they tried to lock down Fable and they tried to lock down Halo Campaign Evolved, and the cost of paying out their contract for all the units that they've already sold to retailers was way too much money, so they just couldn't do it, which is totally understandable. It sucks, but hey, maybe Fable 2 will be exclusive. Now, I have to preface this because I am someone who has been against exclusivity for a long time. I hate that the PlayStation does it. I hate that PlayStation does it the way that they do it, where they money hat things. So they'll take existing IPs that are really popular, like Spider-Man, like Wolverine, whatnot, and then they'll just scoop it up. But to be fair, everyone loves Spider-Man, everyone loves Wolverine, and their only original IPs that they've had over the past few years, Last of Us, God of War, what is it? Whatever you can think. They have a few original IPs, and what do they do with those original IPs? They just remaster them, they remake them, and they just resell them all the time. But you can't deny that it brings brand value to their platform. PlayStation has a ton of really, really good quality IP under their belt. So Xbox has tried this multi-platform strategy. Did not work. It's not working. They tried that this is an Xbox. Didn't work. And you could argue that a lot of people would say, all you have to do, like our friend DeMarco would say, all you need is good games. If everyone plays, then everyone's going to choose where they want to play. If you want to make the brand stronger, you have to bring unique value to that brand. You can't just say, go play whatever you want all the time, which is why the logo gate thing happened recently, where a lot of people were upset that they were just showing PlayStation logos at the Xbox showcase. And it's like, and I know Holly was saying, people are going to find out. People are going to find out that these games are going to be going to other platforms anyway. What does it matter? It matters because you had to make people work for it, and you don't want Xbox telling other players, go buy it on PlayStation. Go buy Fable on PlayStation, And so this exclusivity thing, as much as I dislike it, it seems to be the only thing that works. In my video, I talked about it, how Nintendo gets it, PlayStation gets it. They've been doing it for years. Their way of exclusivity. Nintendo is completely exclusive. Everything that they do is that you can't buy Nintendo games on PC. And you know what happens whenever you do with emulators? They will sue your ass and send you to jail. That's what they do. So you can't do it. So anyway, I've said a lot. I wanted to set up the whole conversation. But I know, Assassin, you're really passionate about this because now you're a PlayStation guy. So I really want to hear your thoughts on this. We kind of talked about it behind the scenes, but you kick it off and y'all just go. You just go. You just go, girl.
Actually, I think since because I am the most passionate and because I've talked about this for a while, I honestly think I should probably be the one that goes last because I probably will be the one that has the most to say.
Sure. Yeah, Ion, go, man.
I think they needed to do it. I think they'd spread themselves way too thin with this as an Xbox. It didn't work. It fell on its face. I think it would probably be one of the reasons why Sarah Bond was given the polite golden handshake and see you later. They needed this because, yes, they're keeping the likes of Gears exclusive, Clockwork Revolution, and the only place to play is on the Xbox or PC. If you spread yourself too thin, you've got nothing funneling them people to your platform. So I can see why she has done this. And I think it's the best thing that's come of Xbox in a very long time. And as I said on one of Colt Eastwood's posts from over the weekend, she has one hell of a big brass set of balls on there to just come out and go exclusive for the first time in how long? I think they needed it, and it's the best thing that they could have done coming out of the showcase.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Arrow, what do you think, man? Is it a good thing? Is it anti-consumer? Yeah. Let me ask you. Let me frame it like this: who do you think is more anti-consumer? Is it the way that PlayStation handles exclusivity, or is it the way that Microsoft or Xbox handles exclusivity with allowing PC games? Also, not just the console, but also PC games for the people that they've grandfathered in. Who do you think is more anti-consumer with the way that they handle exclusivity?
Honestly, it's PlayStation, which I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Red. I don't agree with exclusivity, but it's weird the way Xbox is doing it, and it's one of those things. It's like you can kind of get behind it because you can see how it operates. Because in the grand scheme of things, their game is exclusive to their plastic box and pretty much a sea of plastic boxes. But then they also have PC, so technically it's an exclusive, but you have options. You don't have to be on Xbox to play Xbox games. You just can't be on PlayStation or Nintendo.
Right, exactly. And for the people that have existed with Microsoft in general, Windows 11 is Xbox, it's Microsoft. The people, like, for example, Bethesda games, there's never going to be a Bethesda game that releases, if let's say Elder Scrolls 6, you already know it's an Xbox. If it's going to be an Xbox exclusive, it's going to come to PC. People can rest assured because that's where the bread and butter is with modding, for example. But yeah, I think that it is definitely the way to go. If you're going to go exclusive, at least include PC. And chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that PlayStation pulled out of their PC ports because of where Microsoft is heading with the Xbox Helix, with it being a hybrid PC? Do you guys think that? Or if you don't think that, tell me what you think was the reasoning. Why doesn't PlayStation like money? I guess is my question, because them taking away, like, Spider-Man sold really well on PC. God of War sold really well. Ghost of Tsushima sold really well, if I remember correctly, on PC. Sold really well. And now millions of dollars for these companies obviously are a drop in the bucket. But at the same time, it's still millions of dollars. And now I'm being hyperbolic. It's not always millions of dollars. Sometimes, like Starfield got ported to PlayStation, right? And I think that's probably around like the $250,000 mark at this point, right? Still $250,000 that they didn't have before. So if there are some companies that can take that hit, they can take the loss. Nintendo can do whatever the hell they want all the time and sue people and get away with it, because that's just who they are, right? But anyway, before I go on too long, Assassin, you're muted, and I want you to unmute yourself and tell me how you feel. Perfect. All right, let's see what people say in chat. Fuzzy Tomato says, whatever they got to do to keep funding games that I like works for me. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Grandpa Barbecue says, Sarah and Phil made many mistakes, but I still wonder how much was upper management tying their hands. Asha, they seem to have gotten a bit of freedom. Yeah. I always say this. The CEOs and the SEOs, or the SEOs, the SFOs, or whatever, the chief officers and whatnot, like Matt Booty, these people still have bosses to answer to, and the majority of the time, we all have bosses, right, at work. Your boss comes to you and says, Arrow, I want you to get this thing done. I need it done, and I trust you to get it done. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but I want you to do it. And you go, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Whatever. And so, right. And so a lot of times, Phil Spencer's, the Matt Booties, the Sarah Bonds of the industry, they take a lot of blame for the things that happen as if it was them making the decisions from the ground up, as if they went to Satya Nadella and said, hey, I want to put games everywhere. And Satya Nadella's like, I'm the boss. What are you talking about? What really happens is, like, for example, Sarah Bond, it was her idea to do the everything's an Xbox, right? She took that to Satya Nadella, and he said, that's great. That kind of sounds like Microsoft. That kind of sounds like iPhone and Copilot. That's kind of meshes with my ideals. Let's make it work. And it did not work at all. Then there are other times where Satya Nadella, your boss, tells Phil Spencer that we need to make more money, or we need to save more money. Which studios are not performing right now? Which studio? And so we had the what studio was shut down? Everwild Studio was shut down. And people like to blame Phil for that. It was his boss telling him to do one thing. And I'm not making excuses for these people. We don't know exactly how these things work behind the scenes, but there are a lot of moving parts. Now the difference is, it seems like Asha Sharma has been given, we saw like the quote before, it was Asha Sharma has kind of been given a blank check to fix Xbox. And they're doing away with Copilot. that was a Satya Nadella thing. It was 100% him. I love AI. I lay awake at night hugging my anime pillow thinking about AI. Oh, that's all I can think about. And so for him to allow someone to come in and shut that down is a good sign. It's a really good sign. Assassin.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Have both Arrow and Ion both given their thoughts?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So regarding the whole exclusivity thing, when you asked who's the most anti-consumer, PlayStation or Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say neither. I'm gonna say Nintendo's worse.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because at least PlayStation and Xbox allow you to do things with their IPs, whether it's fanfics, mods, as long as they're not too bad. Nintendo will DMCA you, or they will take you to court over a drawing of Mario. Like, Nintendo is absolutely the worst out of all the big three regarding their IP and how anti-consumer they can be. But I have said this before. I do not like exclusivity either. I do realize it is a necessary evil, especially since the console market specifically was built upon exclusive titles. Nintendo had Mario, Sega had Sonic, Halo started with Master Chief, and PlayStation had Crash. These console manufacturers started with exclusives. You cannot undo that. That's like trying to undo the foundation of a mansion. You're just going to undermine everything that they've built. And we've been seeing that the past few years with Xbox. Putting their games on everywhere. They put 13 of their games on PlayStation, and it's only estimated that they made $1 billion. Was that worth the brand damage? If you ask me, no, it wasn't. PlayStation pulling from PC, they're going back to what works. Trying to sell their console so that way they get more percentage of sales on their platform because they get a 70% cut. 30% cut. Yeah, 30.
I was like, whoa.
So them pulling, no. So them pulling from PC is just them going back to what works. Nintendo has always done what they've done because it works for them. And here's another thing that other people don't consider when they add Nintendo into the mix. Nintendo has to have exclusives because Nintendo is predominantly a video game manufacturer, first-party manufacturer. Sony and Microsoft, they have other avenues. Sony has electronics, they have music, they have anime, they have other forms of entertainment. Microsoft, they have Office, they have Azure, they have, they used to have
hardware
Mixer.
other than Xbox, right?
Exactly. So, with that being said, exclusive content in entertainment is necessary. And not just in entertainment, but in every business. You wouldn't go to any other restaurant if everyone had a cheeseburger, right? Or if one person had all the cheeseburgers, right? You wouldn't go... Imagine if if Disney owned everything.
I was just about to say that. Yes. And
like, imagine if McDonald's had everything under their belt. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Imagine if Stranger Things was everywhere. If Stranger Things wasn't a Netflix exclusive. Everybody, I just watch it wherever the fuck I want. The company's like, what the hell? This is $1 billion franchise. We paid money to get this shit. What the hell? The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys is now on Disney Plus, which would never happen. But it's just like, there has to be a unique draw. And it's the reason why. This is actually, you brought up a really great point. I'm sorry to hijack this, but it's a really great point. Because imagine if streaming services, there's a reason why probably you and Arrow, Assassin, and me don't just watch things on Amazon, right? We have to dip our toes in every time that we can afford it to watch Netflix because The Witcher's coming out. Amazon, The Boys is coming out, whatever. Netflix, whatever, because we want to dip our toe, and companies know that, right? They don't share things. Netflix isn't going, we're doing Kumbaya and going multi-platform and allowing everything to go everywhere because we need more money. It's like, no, the reason people are here are for the unique, they are for the unique brand. So yeah, sorry.
So let me ask you guys a question real quick, and it just feeds into this argument a little bit more. Let's say that you guys are on the couch, you just come home from work, you're not gaming, you're with the family, you put the kids to bed, you watch some TV with the wife, right? you see a Coke commercial. It's showing you how good it tastes. It's showing you all these new flavors, and then at the end they show a Pepsi logo. Why is Coke showing me a Pepsi logo? Are they trying to tell me to go drink Pepsi instead? What is this? That is basically how people feel seeing these PlayStation logos at the Xbox show. And I said this last year, and I said it this year. Watching that Xbox showcase, as an Xbox fan, if Gears and Clockwork were not exclusive, it would have been a 5 or a 6 out of 10 for me. If it was, not because they are, it's an 8. Because I have a reason to actually play the box now. I actually have a reason. As a PlayStation guy, that Xbox showcase was a 10 out of 10 because I saw so many PS logos. I'm like, oh, so that's on PlayStation, that's on PlayStation. No, I can get this on PlayStation. Yada, yada, yada. It's encouraging people to not invest in your ecosystem. And when that happens, third parties will not invest in porting their games to your platform, which will leads to less sales, less people coming over, and it's just this vicious cycle that'll keep repeating until at a certain point, Microsoft would have gone, well, no one's investing anymore. It's time to pull the plug, and we should just put our games everywhere. It's obvious no one is buying our hardware. No one's investing in Game Pass. Let's just cut it and do it. Mm-hmm. Them putting Gears and Clockwork as exclusives tells me they are trying to get more people to get back into Xbox. And to their credit, I've seen so many people online, and when I was at GameStop, there were a couple of people that actually said, you know what? Xbox actually looks good because they have Gears. And I'm just like, wow, Gears is actually that much of a system seller? Like, damn, all right, cool.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, Ion, you have something to say, I could tell.
The way I look at it is Xbox is going down the same route as Amazon. If you were to go on to Prime, now, we both watched The Boys. Epic ending to the series. That was just fucking awesome. That crowbar.
The crowbar, it was wild.
They're doing the same as Amazon. You go onto Amazon, you have multiple subscriptions on there now. I'm subscribed to Paramount Plus within Prime.
Yeah, MGM.
Because I want to watch. Yeah,
I want to watch from. Yeah.
That is what Project Helix is going to be. It's going to be, there you go, we're going to give you the technology. Go and do what you want with it. PlayStation is the Netflix of gaming. They've locked themselves in. Nothing that's on Netflix is anywhere else. But Prime, you can get the option if, there's nothing on Prime this week. Oh, we'll sign up to a 7-day trial of Crunchyroll and go and watch some anime. You have that option, and that is the way I see Xbox going forward, and I think it's the perfect thing to do. I don't agree with PlayStation locking themselves away again at all. It's not consumer friendly.
So just to answer 78's question in chat first, why wouldn't you want to play on the Xbox when it's still good hardware? Here's the thing. I'm not saying that Xbox doesn't have any good exclusive content. I've never said that. Like Halo and Gears, I've played through the original Bungie trilogy. I've played through all 5 Gears games. I actually played through all 5 games 2 years ago to prepare for Gears 6 being announced, and it wasn't. It was E-Day. I was still happy about it. But their games are good. They have great games. The problem is that PlayStation, to me, I'm not saying that they are the better, because they have made mistakes too. PlayStation, for me, has more exclusive games than Xbox does that interest me. This only exaggerated my leaving behind Xbox when they said that everything's an Xbox. Our games are going everywhere. Halo and Gears going to PlayStation was enough to make me go, well, I guess I don't need a reason to turn on the box. I don't have a reason. See, the thing is, people the past 2 years have said, well, Xbox has the better ecosystem. They have Game Pass. They have this. Everything that they have said that they have better, or that Xbox is better at, better features, better ecosystem, better services, those do not sell anyone on jumping into an ecosystem. what games do you got? Like, what games do you have? Well, we have this. Okay, cool, but I can play this on the system that I'm also interested in, and they have games that I can't play with y'all. So, what exactly am I getting here? Well, you don't have a good reason, do you?
Yeah.
So that's just how I see it. And
Fair point.
how one thing I will say about the whole third-party exclusivity, like Red mentioned, gatekeeping Spider-Man, gatekeeping Final Fantasy, they still have Street Fighter V exclusively on PlayStation. I can't believe I have to remind people of that. That game should be everywhere by now.
I always forget about that.
I have never been a fan of Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo money-heading third-party games. I have never liked it. I told Brett this 2 days ago. I want Phantom Blade Zero on Xbox day one with PlayStation. I want it replaced on PlayStation day one with Xbox. I've never been a fan of games being games that these three companies do not own exclusively on their platform, whether it's intentional or not. If you have some issue with the hardware, then delay the game for all platforms. It's that simple. I did not agree with Baldur's Gate 3 launching first on PlayStation. They should have waited to fix the supposed problems with the Series S, and then launch it everywhere at the same time. They would have gotten more consistent money. Because I know that there were a lot of Xbox fans that were upset that it launched first, and they boycotted it. They said, you know what? Y'all are going to put it on PlayStation first, and we're not going to buy it. It's the same thing going on right now with Stellar Blade. We have people in the community that are not happy. It came to PlayStation first. They announced it for Switch 2 today, and there's still no Xbox announcement.
Right. Yeah.
It just breeds resentment.
And there has to be more of an aggressive push with these types of things. And it's it's the same thing that I feel like. It's the same way that I feel about money hatting that I feel about exclusivity. I don't like it, but if you don't, we only have so many years in our life, right? We can't afford to sit here and wait another 15 years. Someone said in chat, Noise Mofo said, I don't think so. Asha's got at least 10 years to make it work. She is pushing for 4 years is what she's pushing for. She wants by 2030, Xbox is going to be more of a recognizable powerhouse as a platform. And even she has said she wants it to be the number one platform. So if she's that confident in it, what she should be looking at is the money hatting. It is the dirty business. It is the exclusives. It is the unfortunate thing that we all dislike. But there's one thing that I don't think anyone here on this panel can disagree with, is that it still brings strength to your brand, right? And if you disagree, tell me. But it does. It simply does. Whenever I think of PlayStation, I think of Last of Us. I think of God of War. Spider-Man. Now Wolverine. And as much as I hate it, Uncharted, like all those games, like there's a reason that you get people in with these exclusives, and then then they play the third-party games. Then they play the games that are on Xbox and whatever, but they're already there. They're already on their PlayStation. That's where they're comfortable with. But then these big swing. I'm sorry, Starfield should have stayed. Now, Starfield obviously that was in the works for a long time. Starfield wasn't doing anything. It's Bethesda. It's a whole other discussion. But Bethesda is another big powerhouse. Imagine I'm saying because I'm manifesting this, when the Elder Scrolls 6 is an exclusive to Xbox and PC. You cannot tell me that people are not going to go out of the way and say, fuck it, I am buying an Xbox because I am not missing out on that. And once those people own an Xbox, they're stuck with Xbox. They have it. So now when other exclusives come out, those exclusives are going to be played on that person's Xbox. So the mentality that Phil Spencer had a long time ago, like we lost the console war, we can't out console PlayStation. I did never fundamentally agree with that. They just never were aggressive enough with their exclusives to begin with to make the brand feel more profitable. They were never cutthroat enough. They were never cutthroat enough. And I can't say that stresses enough. I don't like it, but we've seen them literally go through all the options at this point. We've seen them try multi-platform. We've seen them try to do the third party. We've seen them try to do things like, you can play Xbox on your phone. It's like, shut the fuck. It's not working, guys. we have seen what works. Xbox had the Microsoft mentality, the Windows mentality of let's play everything. Everything's a PC. Everything's an Xbox. You got to go back to form, back to the ways to the days of old. I see. Oh, see, Wolf Swim is here. Bethesda was a third-party company. You were contradicting what you just said. See, Wolf Swim, I'm so glad that you're here to keep me in check. Thank you so much. Grumpy Old Fart, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. If next console doesn't work, they'll be third-party. Did I already read that?
I think you did, but yeah, regarding what Wolf Swim said, see, the thing about Starfield is that once Microsoft acquired Bethesda, they've officially became a first-party entity within the Xbox family. So they have every reason to make Starfield exclusive. They have every reason to make Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive. Do I like that fact, considering Elder Scrolls has been multi-platform for multiple years? No. But if it gets me to get into the Xbox ecosystem, that's all they care about. And plus, right. I have said before, I don't care what game is on what box. If the game looks good, hell yeah, I'm gonna get it. I just pre-ordered Gears of War E-Day, and I'm mainly a PlayStation guy because that game looks so good. Yeah. I honestly cannot wait to play it. With Red, maybe, and Arcane. Like, we've already talked about it. So, the thing is, with third-party exclusive shouldn't be a thing. And I understand where you're coming from, Red, that if Asha deems it necessary to money hat third-party, then yeah, she's gonna do it. I'm going to call her out on it, just like I call out PlayStation on it and Nintendo. But if it helps the Xbox brand continue to breathe and live, in the end, I'm just going to unfortunately let it slide. But
right. And by the way, see, Wolf Swim, I was just picking on you because you're kind of right, but you're also wrong. Morrowind was only on Xbox and PC back in 2003. Oblivion was only on Xbox and PC back in 2006.
Yeah, it was a timed exclusive because PlayStation 3 wasn't out yet.
Exactly, and then once it launched on a PlayStation 3, Cold Eastwood has invited me to a party. Brother, don't you not see me on a podcast? They've always, Bethesda, whether or not they have been a third-party company, they have been very in the back pocket of Microsoft for many years, and Bethesda wouldn't have been able to do what they have been able to do for the past 20 plus years if it wasn't for Microsoft. So it is a good fit, but they have been exclusive with Xbox before, I guess is my main point.
Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be exclusive and a Helix launch title.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Arrow, do you believe that? Do you think that they should do that? Out of all the games that could move mountains and sell consoles, GTA 6 and the Elder Scrolls. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big on the Elder Scrolls, but I understand the weight that franchise carries, and having that game, which is those Bethesda games are huge, like playtime wise. Have that day one with a brand new console. And it's exclusive to that console?
Yeah.
Where's the cheapest place you're going to be able to buy it? Xbox. Because you got Xbox, you got PC. Those are your options.
Yeah. And sorry, Seawolf Sim says, business. It's business now. I'm glad it's clear that both companies are willing to do for the survival of their systems. Exactly. It just is what it is. Like, I don't think any of us here are console warriors. I think we all own multiple consoles. I think Ion mainly plays on PC, right?
I'm Xbox, and now with the nice shiny new gaming PC that I run the channel on, so I'm still Xbox because it's an extension of the console. Xbox Play Anywhere, best thing ever invented.
Right. So this isn't about console warring. It is, unfortunately. It's just business, as the age-old saying goes. You got to do what you got to do to keep. Oh, look at that! He's got a Switch too. Even look at that. I know, and
I have all
got
three.
All too.
And
I was gonna
say,
I have
Red. You assumed that once I sold off my Xbox library, I was gonna sell off my Xbox, and I told you, nah, just in case they go back to exclusives, I'm keeping it. And look what happened.
He literally did. Assassin literally went and sold all of his physical Xbox games, and I was like, "You piece of shit." And he's like, "I'm not getting rid of the console." I was like, "Then you're a fraud." And here we are. he pre-ordered Gears of E-Day for Xbox. So I stand
So am I
corrected.
still a fraud, Red?
You're not a fraud. You're a real one. You're a
Thank
real
you, good
one.
sir. Thank you, good sir. And I just want to bring up that the people on, on the Xbox side that are not happy about the whole, well, everything's now going back to exclusive. Now we're in trouble. I'm like, God, shut up. You saw for 2 years that the multi-platform plan wasn't working, and you didn't call them out on it. You don't get to complain. And also, I don't know if you guys follow Derek Strickland, but he actually had a question. Okay, Xbox Game Studios games could mostly be exclusive, but Activision certainly couldn't be exclusive. Bethesda certainly couldn't be exclusive again. And then here comes Jess Corden coming out and say they absolutely can. So my question is, are they bringing back dead Activision IPs as exclusive? Are they actually going to make Elder Scrolls 6 exclusive? Because if that's the case, then you're damn right the next Xbox is going to have some serious firepower behind it. You're damn right it is.
It's going to be the first Xbox at launch with firepower behind it, because not one Xbox launch has had decent launch titles.
Right.
That's
Are you
true.
talking about? Sorry, are you talking about like Halo and stuff like that?
Yeah, because Halo came to the original Xbox very late on in it wasn't at launch day. Yeah. The launch titles for all the consoles have been a bit Yeah. Well, the worst one
Halo
being
launch
Xbox
day
One.
one with Xbox?
Halo
With the original console?
in 2000.
I don't remember it.
Am I crazy? I thought Halo 1 back in 2000 launched on PC, and then a year later or so, in 2000.
It was a PC. It was a PC title first, and then Xbox funneled in and helped Bungie out.
Yeah. So and the legacy began.
What?
But it. Yeah. It's you can go back. There's like a whole documentary on it. It's so fun to go back and watch those.
When did Halo come out?
It's 2001,
because
brother.
Bungie was working on it by themselves, and they couldn't. I think they were having struggle in getting it to the finish line or something, and Microsoft stepped in.
I remember a PC Gamer back when it was a magazine showing off pictures of the PC version of Halo, and I can tell you now, it didn't look like the Xbox version we got.
It was third person too. Remember that? It had third person in it. It looked like a what can I compare it to now? It was a weird, like, military. It was kind of like Ghost Recon.
Okay, here it is. I got it.
PS2. Yeah, what you got?
Okay, Halo Combat Evolved was officially released on November 15, 2001 as the launch title for the original Xbox. Following the Xbox release, the game subsequently came to PC on Windows and Mac in the fall of 2003.
Oh, it was the other way around. I swear
that it was the other way around.
I thought that
Halo came out the same day that Xbox came out.
Is that an AI summary? I don't believe that.
No, it's not. Okay.
But either way, they still haven't had massive ammunition behind them at launch.
Yeah, the 360
Halo was a gamble.
Gears didn't come out until a year later. These Xbox One, people were more hyped for Scalebound, so that doesn't count. And then Halo Infinite came out a year. Halo Infinite came out a year after the Series X, so yeah, Ion's right. They never had an actual compelling lineup of exclusive content at launch except for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
With Halo.
They have been fighting the tide since the start.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ion, and I say this as a PlayStation guy, Sony was the same way. Like, Uncharted didn't come out until I think a few months after the PS3. Like, I think Infamous came out a few months after the PS4, so I think Sony was the exact same way.
I think the problem is they announce these games way too early. We never used to have that back in the day. It was announced 12 months before its release date. Now they announce it 5 years before its release date, and you're just like, why?
That's because links and everything.
Yeah, but you can't get hyped for the game twice. It doesn't work. Me and Red have fallen foul to that. You know, you only have to look at Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh my god.
the hype for that, and then it's like, yeah, thanks,
Speaking
Assassin.
Speaking of Ion, are you interested in Blood of Dawnwalker?
Unbelievably so.
Does milk come from a cow?
Sometimes.
I've been told.
Sometimes.
My Papa Red told me they come from horses, so I don't know.
Well, only when you have a blindfold on.
I've
Something
put
with a horn.
007 as my game of the year so far, and the one that's going to knock it off its top spot is going to be Dawnwalker, because that just, after that trailer at Games Fest, I was just like, yeah, take my money. I'm sold.
What? Wait, Gabe Annotation Newscast. Was Cameo a 360 launch title from Rare?
I think he's just saying that they had that. The thing is, the 360 had so many exclusives, because what Xbox and Microsoft were learning during the times of Xbox original days were, it became normalized the same way that PlayStation for a lot of people, like, for example, I was listening to a movie podcast today. So it was, by the way, Christian Harloff is who I was listening to. And someone chatted in and said, "Did you see the new Xbox Series X? It reminds me of the good old days of Xbox. I actually might get an Xbox now." And I was like, "That's like a casual gamer right there. Like, it got me excited." And then one of the panel members said, "I've never owned an Xbox. Like, I've never, I got into gaming late." They got into gaming whenever PlayStation was the Xbox, essentially, because back in the Xbox original and Xbox 360 days, there were so many games that were just natively, inherently exclusive to the platform. You never had to question whether it was exclusive. You already owned it, so everything was there anyway, right? And it's the same thing, like, and then PlayStation 3, obviously we started getting more exclusives with them, but they stuck with the exclusivity. PlayStation did, whereas Microsoft moved away from that. So as far as Cameo, Xbox 360 had Call of Duty 2, like Blink's the Time Sweeper for Xbox original. Like, there's so many games that are old games now that were just inherently that were just launched as an exclusive for Xbox. That it just came with the idea of Xbox has everything. Why would I need anything else?
Microsoft also had a lot of third-party exclusives at the time during the 360 era, because if I recall, wasn't Mass Effect also exclusive?
Yep.
And
Yes,
BioShock
Mass
was like
Effect-
a one-year exclusive?
Yeah, BioShock
Yep.
1.
Yeah,
You gotta remember, in the 360 era, Peter Moore literally had the reins. That guy knew exactly what he was doing, and he's even endorsed Asha Sharma and said she's going to be perfectly fine where she is. I think she has got the same fire and intensity that Peter Moore had. I even said to Aero on Gaming News Live, "Do you think she'll get a tattoo?"
She comes out next year and she goes, she lists all the games on her arm, and at the bottom it just says exclusive.
Sorry.
But Aero said it as well. He hasn't felt. I'm the same as Aero. We both literally had hairs standing up on our arms seeing that exclusive for Gears. It's the same fire and intensity that we all had with the 360. Xbox has always been the disruptor. It came in, everyone put it down. It'll never happen. Microsoft can't make a gaming machine. And guess what? It's all come full circle. They said they wanted Windows in the living room, and you're getting it with a Helix.
I mean, they're
Except
not
this
wrong.
time they're not 10 years ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
They're not wrong, Ion. Like, Microsoft can't make a gaming console, but Xbox sure as hell can, because they've done it before.
But if you actually look at the documentary about the birth of Xbox, the way that they actually worded it to Bill Gates was, "We'll put Windows in the living room." And that has never come to fruition until Helix. I've said it on countless videos on my channel. I've said it on my live show as well. It's all come full circle for Xbox. They are now doing what they set out to do with the original console.
What did Arcane say, Red? Time is a flat circle?
Yeah, well, and he was saying it like in a negative way too, a bit. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how exclusivity moves forward with Xbox in general, because obviously there's a lot of buzz around it, and it's invigorating. Like, a lot of people say, I saw a lot of PC guys on Twitter saying, I'm not understanding this hype around exclusivity. Who benefits from it? And the truth is, we just talked about it. It's not like everyone benefits from it. It's as a consumer, you choose where to play. If you want to play everything, you'll own everything, and it's up to the business to give you incentive to buy their hardware. That is just how business works. That is simply how it works. We can hate it all day long, but that is just how it works. So that's why people are getting excited for it, because a lot of people are excited now about Xbox because they're invigorated with like, dude, Xbox is showing their balls, you know, slamming them down on the table and going, ow. But yeah, so sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, whenever people ask that, like, this is anti-consumer, who does it benefit? My answer is the Xbox consumers. That's who benefits. Just because,
like PlayStation has theirs.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Microsoft's full focus should be giving Xbox players games. Sony, they should be focused on giving PlayStation gamers games. That's their whole business. It is just business. Like, just because one group of gamers get a game that others don't get to play doesn't mean that it didn't benefit anybody. It benefited the Xbox guys. The Xbox guys who have stood by with the brand since day one and want games to justify their investment in the platform. Like, I've heard so many people on this show, in our chat, and on Twitter, they have hundreds of games that they've bought over the years on Xbox. And if Xbox goes away because of this multi-platform push over time, they lose access to their games, and that in its entirety, at the end of the day, is actually anti-consumer. You cannot be in entertainment and not be anti-consumer. It's just impossible. There is no way to please everyone, because in the end, nobody wins. And also, exactly. I just want to bring this up. I just want to bring this up because Ion actually brought up a good point. Or I don't remember if it was Ion or Red or whoever said it. The thing about Halo and Fable, how they tried to pull it off, because it cost too much money. I'm going to say, respectfully, I call bullshit on that. You're going to sit there and tell me you spent $80 billion on Bethesda and Activision. You can't tell me that pulling Halo and Fable is more money than that. How much was it? Come on, tell me the truth, Asha. How much was it? Was it $1 billion? Was it 10? Like, they pulled Gears of War off of PlayStation, quote unquote, last minute when it was only a month ago. You can't tell me that if the pre-orders did not go live 2 days ago for PlayStation, you can't tell me that they wouldn't have spent all that money to pull it. But that's just me. I mean, I'm glad that they're putting their foot down on Gears. Clockwork Revolution looks absolutely great. It's amazing. The NXL team is... their social media team is working overtime. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the tweet earlier. Okay, you guys are gonna lose sales, like not putting it on PlayStation, and they responded with a GIF from the recent gameplay with the woman flicking them off, like, yeah, this is what Xbox needs. Nintendo is for the kids, PlayStation is for the cool guys, but Xbox is for the fucking rebels.
Yep. Yeah, right. They're
that's how it is, and that's how it's been. That's how it's always been.
Well, yeah, that's how I like when they showed off the 25th anniversary console, like the whole room, the music they used, everything was them saying, "Hey, this is where Xbox started. This is where we're going back to." And
even down to the song they used in that, the name of the game. Was it Crystal Method? You just like. I had images of the 2000s straight away when they started doing that. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I wouldn't live to live in 2007.
Yes, dude, the same. That's exactly what I said on my live stream when it was like, I can't remember the lyrics, but it was like, motherfucker, and I was like, let's go. This reminds me of like the old school marketing for Xbox.
Yeah, it was from Blade. It was from Blade 2, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Oh my god, that takes me back.
Do you guys think we're gonna get another Mad World trailer?
Yes, I think that they had to stick with that. Matter of fact, if you in the direct, they talked about how they took so much inspiration from the Mad World trailer because how iconic it is. Real quick, Grandpa, Grumpy Old Fart. Thank you so much for the $2 Canadian. It says, "Why go 30 million when you could go 80 million?" Which is actually the opposite of the. But yeah. I can't remember what we were talking about. But thank you so much for that. Sincerely appreciate it. Welcome, Kung Fu Hot Dog, to the Renegade Runner. Sincerely appreciate you for becoming a channel member. Sincerely appreciate you. Really appreciate
you two were off the chain. You two were off the chain last week.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
I don't even know what happened during. I had Kung Fu Hot Dog on, and it was so funny. We didn't get anything accomplished. We had got nothing done. It was just nothing but an absolute chaotic insanity the entire time. So,
I call it Hammergate.
I loved it.
Me and Aero watched it while we were still in a Video Ninja call after doing the show, and we were listening to you and watching at the same time. That guy's off his head. He literally is off his head.
He was so funny, man. It was so. He said something. He said like actually absolutely killed me. He said. I said, "What are your thoughts on Asha Sharma?" He's like, "Well, she's a Hindu, and what do Hindus? Lay eggs." I was like, "What the fuck are we talking about?"
I don't know if
fun.
he's ever done it before, but can you imagine if you put him and Septic Sauce on the same channel?
Oh my god, it would be insane. Well, Kung Fu Hot Dog is he did radio for a long time. He's been on TV. He's just an absolute personality. So he's that's why I had to get him on because he was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun. So I had to get him on another time as well. So, but yeah, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And anyone else who wants to become a channel member, you get access to the Discord. I want to grow the Discord. Get the family built up. Really appreciate everyone who is a channel member, and shout out to all the current channel members who I don't have a current list for, but I do appreciate you. But as we shut things down, any other thoughts, anyone, just as a whole with Xbox, where they're at right now? Your thoughts, your excitements, your fears, your dreams?
Oh, I think they're in a really good. Oh, I was gonna say, I think they're in a really good position to really knock it out of the park. Like I was telling Ion, they've set themselves up. Like that showcase if their whole thing was to say Xbox is back in a meaningful way, they did it.
Yeah.
Yep. Ash has just injected life back into the brand and the community behind Xbox. I've never been so excited watching a showcase.
Yeah,
me and Aero lost our minds. It was like we were both like this. Like, look at the hair standing up. Yeah, console exclusive. When they dropped that new console, he's just like, I haven't felt like this in a while. And fair dues. I hope it continues. I hope they don't buy the bag of rakes back from PlayStation.
Yeah.
They double the price.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because if that happens, I'll be like,
"What the fuck, Richard?"
I told you a while ago, Red, like, I didn't think they would do it. I thought that they were done. I thought that they were just gonna walk off a cliff and stretch it out as long as they could, but here comes Asha, and I went into the show expecting nothing. I was expecting PS5 logos, like, for everything. And she comes out with Gear Z Day and says it's exclusive. And you can go to Arcane Realms channel for my actual reaction. I had that holy shit moment. They did it. They actually are trying to get people into the platform.
Yep, and it's like rooting.
And to their credit, they did.
Mm-hmm. And it's like for the sports fans, because I've like for me, rooting for Xbox or PlayStation or whatever has always been kind of like sports. Like if you're level-headed about it, like you get new coaches, a new coach gets fired. Oh God, Sarah Bond's out. A new coach gets hired. It's a new CEO, Asha Sharma. A new player gets drafted. Right? It's Matthew Ball. It's the same. It should be as fun and as passionate conversationally about gaming that it is about sports teams. Now, of course, it can get really heated and people can be completely retarded and be assholes online. But F those guys. But you should definitely look at it as like, hey, the team that I really want to root for are doing something for me specifically. And for the longest time, it felt like Xbox was doing everything for everyone else except for me. Grandpa Barbecue Game Cat, he wanted me to point out his question. Sorry I missed it. He said, when Helix launches, do you reckon Series X will get a price drop? I think Series X will become the Series X to Helix. That's a really good point. Yeah, I mean, they could do
I think
that.
it'll happen beforehand.
You think it'll happen before? Because the issue is
25th anniversary in November.
And I think it was Matt Booty or I think wasn't it Matt Booty, if you guys know, who said that they're actually selling a lot of Xboxes right now. Like over the past month, they've been, they're actually selling, not that they're selling out, but they are like trying to keep up with production, which is really, really great to hear. We haven't heard about that in a long time. So if they can keep up with, now the thing is, when something is selling at a high price point, they're not going to drop the price, right? Now, whenever something more expensive comes in, everyone's already used to the sticker shock of $750 for an Xbox Series X. What's another $250 for an Xbox Helix at $1,000 price point? Sure, then they might be able to drop that. That's just my opinion. Maybe then that they'll drop it whenever the Xbox Helix gets announced, and then everyone looks at the $1,000 Helix versus the now dropped price back to, let's say, $600 for Xbox Series X. I think that is definitely a possibility. Yeah. Arrow, what do you reckon?
You know what I think, Red? Or, yeah, Arrow, go first.
Oh, so I lost my train of thought.
That's
Come
okay.
back.
Do you think Helix, when Helix launches, do you think Series X will get a price drop?
I don't see why they wouldn't do that. I mean, granted, this console cycle has been like a complete whirlwind compared to how it's the standard that we've been become accustomed to has shifted, and yeah, I think that they will do it. I would say they would probably do it maybe 6 months before the Helix comes out, just so they can get people into it. Because once you can get someone on a Series X, they're going to have to upgrade at some point. If they're already on Series X, the next logical step is the Helix.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Assassin, what were you going to say?
I
don't remember, and that's okay.
You know, no. What Arrow says is a good point. Like 6 months before the Helix is good, but if you really want to show people that you're dedicated to getting people on your console or in your ecosystem before the Helix launches, why not do the most badass aura farming move and announce that November 1st of 2026 they're going to drop the price back to its original $500 price point? And I'll tell you why. Because they're going to make up all of that money when a game launches 19 days later called Grand Theft Auto 6. And GTA 6 will carry them until the
Completely
Helix.
agree.
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah.
November is
GTA 6
Xbox's
will
birthday.
be what carries Xbox to the Helix.
Oh, and here's the thing too. You could drop the price on the regular Series X,
And
charge
the
an
Series
extra
S.
$100 for the 25th edition or 25th anniversary edition.
Yeah, there
That's
you
not
go.
a bad choice.
Because you know it's going to be
Yeah.
more
In November.
expensive.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kung Fu Hot Dog says, I'll get my Xbox X pre-owned grade A condition from CEX. Cheaper too. What is that? Is that a thing that you know about, Ion?
Yeah, it's a discount store, where people trade in electronics and then they tart them up and sell them on.
Okay.
Yeah,
I totally get, bro. Nothing wrong with
yeah, it's
research.
electronics trading. It's like they do everything: mobile phones, stereos, everything. Everything gets traded
Nice.
in there.
I need to check that out.
Now,
because I
Red,
need a
if-
new Xbox. Yep. Go ahead.
If Xbox does that, what I said, dropping the price before GTA 6's launch, I don't want Sony to drop the damn price of their console. I want Microsoft to give them a black eye this holiday season.
Yeah, man.
I think
know.
they will.
I wanna see it.
It'll give them a
Yeah.
swift kick in the ass to actually compete on their end.
Right,
That's what I want.
Yep, agreed. Absolutely agreed. Shout out to King Fan Man. Hope you're doing well. He's been very active lately. doing a lot of the Bethesda coverage. Fallout 76 is popping off right now. He's a really good dude. So please go check him out. He's in the chat there. It's been really great. Let's see. Grab this last one here. And thank you guys so much again for all the support tonight. It's been amazing. Really, really appreciate it. Fuzzy Tomato says, I think that they'll stop making the current consoles as soon as they can. The Helix needs its own cheaper Series S. Even the current prices are too high to grow. I don't know. I think that the benefit for the Helix is that it'll be such a high-end thing that not only will it help with development woes. We talked earlier about how optimization is a lot of the times the developer's fault, and not like it's that they're bad at it. It's just that it's not their forte whenever they're trying to optimize things for certain engines. The same thing can probably be said about the Series S whenever developing games. It was too hard to develop for the Series S. And I don't think that we're going to have... I think if there's any difference at all with the Helix, if there's two different versions, it's simply going to be storage. I think that's all. I think that's all that we're going to have. We're going to have the, let's say, $800 version. It's not going to be... It's going to be more than that. Let's say $900 version. That's a terabyte. And then you're going to have the $1,200 version that's like 2 terabyte or whatever. That's just a total shot in the dark. But if you're going to lower the cost of your console, you still have to remember that these RAM prices and the cost of development for hardware in general is still going to stay very high for a good while. So they're going to have to stay on top of that as well. But yeah, so I know what you're saying, Fuzzy. I totally understand. There's no downside to having a cheaper SKU next gen. They're basically just PC specs. They won't really add dev time to games. Right. I think I covered that just with...
The advantage they've got with the Series X is it's getting FSR 4 support.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's rumored to be getting it because AMD actually said that FSR 4.1 would be coming to RDNA 2 based hardware. What's the Series X?
Well, okay. I see what you're getting at. I see what you're saying. Okay, all right.
We dive into the dark side on Gaming News Live.
I love it. Yeah, guys, it's been an awesome show. Sincerely appreciate Ion, especially you staying up late. It's like 1 a.m. for you. 1:02.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Really, really appreciate it. Red Diamond.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
That's right. Won't we all? Really appreciate it. Ion, Arrow Nation, Assassin. You guys rock. Sorry, I'm distracted because something weird's happening. Okay, I think I fixed it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on. Ion, you and Arrow Nation have a podcast. Tell people where that is.
Yes.
And what the
Well, I started Gaming News Live in January, and it's growing steadily, and I invited Arrow Nation on as my co-host, so it's over on my channel, which is Ion Storm. Come and check us out. We go over some of the week's gaming news, answer questions to chat. It's all interactive, so if you bring us some news that we don't know about, we will endeavour to try and talk about it. But yeah, come over and check us out on Gaming News Live. It goes live on a Tuesday, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time or British Summer Time, whichever you want to do, or 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, come and check us out. It's a right laugh. It's growing steadily. We had quite a few views tonight, more than we've had for most of the shows, actually, since we started co-hosting. So, yeah, come and check us out.
Yeah, fantastic. And I'll link that in the description below. And I apologize I didn't do it because I didn't get... I have no excuse. I'll do it, though. Yeah, I'll do it. Here, let me put it in chat here. Boom. Boom. There's Ion's. It didn't... Oh, there it goes. Yeah, do check that out. That is Ion's channels where you can check out Arrow Nation and him every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is my time. I don't know why I posted twice, but that's fine. Arrow Nation, where can people find you, bro?
Yeah, they can find me on my channel. The ad is Arrow Nation TV. Like I said, this week I'm finishing up 007, and I should be dropping a video at some point this week going over the Kingdom Hearts 3 demo that dropped for the Switch 2 today.
Fantastic. That is awesome. And
if anyone likes Alien Isolation 2, I've just dropped a video for it yesterday. Some news and tidbits about what's going on with the next game. So if you like your horror, come and check out the channel.
Love it. Love it. And Assassin, you do things online. Where can people find you?
You can find me at Assassin52 on Twitter. I have said before, I refuse to call it X because that is the dumbest name for a platform ever, with the exception of Xbox. So, with that being said, Assassin52 on Twitter. And
There you go.
contradictory to what Noise Mofo said, I have a lot of great takes. And, you know, sometimes people may not agree, but at least I back up my claims.
Exactly. And you did.
So there's
You
that.
did. It took a while, but what were you going to do? Jump ahead of it? I mean, come on. You waited till the time was right.
I'm a realist, Red. That's my superpower.
I am too. Regardless, despite how much you think I'm Superman, I am not. I am very much a pessimistic.
Oh
realist.
yeah, Arrow and Ion don't know about that, do they?
Yeah, he thinks that I'm the Superman of the group, and
Yeah, because
I'm like-
because you spread hope. What else would
What's
you
wrong
do?
with that?
sure. I just don't know if Superman's. Maybe I'm Henry Cavill. I'm Zack Snyder Superman, maybe, where I'm like kind of down a lot, but I'm like, I kind of feel.
Are you
hope
trying
there
to
can be
admit to
somewhere.
everyone, Red, that you wear your underpants on the outside of your trousers?
Yeah, I can't pan the camera down any farther, but I can prove it in one way. or
But you
the
can't
other.
stand up.
But I can't stand up. I could. Oh wait, hang on, Carlton. See, Red Wolf.
Get a
Renegade.
wide view lens.
What is? Oh yeah, I could. Well, actually, I actually did get a brand new lens. I don't know if you guys could tell. It's actually much wider, so hopefully it looks a little bit better. See what was going on here. What was going on here? Carlton. Carlton says Red Wolf. When I was working with Microsoft, Microsoft had their own supplier for RAM and chips. Something is not making sense for me. They should have years of RAM in warehouse. Maybe AI. First of all, it's really cool that you worked with them. Have you been in this chat before? I'm sure you have. I apologize. I think maybe since you worked with Microsoft, maybe it is just that they decided to reach out to third-party companies the same way that they reached out to Asus to create their handheld. You know, like they don't want to do too much in-house stuff unless they can actually either subsidize it or have someone else make it. That's just my point. You've been there, man. You worked there. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on that. But we'll see how things go. Jonas, what's up, man? Didn't you? I don't. This isn't real, Jonas. Go back to sleep. This is just a dream. It's like 2 a.m. for him right now. Anyway. All of our links are down there. You can check out Arrow Nation, Assassin on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter. If you want to follow me there, that'd be cool. And Ion, his link is there as well. Please go check everyone out. Subscribe to their channels. Follow them on Twitter. He said I was on the government side. Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you for being here. Stop. Listen, if everyone keeps putting in super chats, the show's never going to end. Just, let's see. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Thank you so much, Grumpy Old Fart. Can I get a what the fuck, Richard? Of course you can. Of course you can. Here we go. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is.
What the fuck, Richard?
There you go.
Doesn't get old.
Not good.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, as I always say...
I should go.
Yeah. All right, thank you all so much for the super chats. The support tonight has been absolutely amazing. The panel's been great. You guys rock. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. And as I always say, I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.
See ya.